let's do another one. This is Elden Ring review, Dark Souls 4 VI is Dung Eater edition. So
beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Become a member today, like, subscribe, join Discord, and let's get into it.
Seth here. The following is highly experimental and may come off as disjointed or schizophrenic. I don't care. Elden Ring, the newest hot release by Hideo Miyazaki of Ghibli Studios, famous for...
Wait, what? That's not true. What? That's not true. That is not true.
That's funny. That's so funny. Holy shit.
Classic animations such as Howl's Moving Mausoleum and My Invader
There. My Invader Totoro. The little girl. Oh, that's so good.
Invader Totoro from Software have really outdone themselves, as this game features not one, but 2 crustaceans, possibly even more. Unfortunately, I haven't unlocked the ability to swim, so I cannot confirm or deny that. The game begins, and I make my character. His name? Some boo-boo. His class, naturally, is wretched. I did originally consider prisoner, but I chose not to. I take the key as my starting item and look to regret it after I get immediate access to a side dungeon and get run over repeatedly by a speeding train. I chosen...
Did you hear that?
What the fuck?
Instead to go the other way. After camping a few times, Melina comes by and offers me an accord. I turn it down because I think it's funny. I then proceed to kill God and Godric before I realize I haven't leveled up. How was I supposed to know I had to say yes? Miyazaki, just because I'm offered the ability to talk to a woman doesn't mean I'm going to take it. I think that's a symptom
that's
of
fair.
Design.
Yeah.
Conversely, I fell for the oldest trick in the book, the warm embrace of a woman's lap. Only to find out 100 hours later, it's actually a deal. What did they mean by this? I guess I'll have to consult a 40-minute lore video to figure out the...
I've been seeing this meme recently where it's just like a bunch of green text. It's like, what do they mean by this? Have you noticed that at all?
The Baldachin's blessing?
No. What? No. No. No, this meme where it's just like, Studi does this, and then does this. What does this mean? Like, I don't know. It's a meme, apparently. Whatever.
Huh.
True symbology behind this item description. I tell you, passive storytelling at its very best, especially when half a characters either disappear or start T-posing during your playthrough. This might be people who believe there's a story, which is the equivalent of finding a bunch of random notes and thinking to yourself, damn, that book was wild. Halo's plot is...
I like how he's playing Skyrim music in this.
Yeah.
Which is the equivalent...
Wait, I totally missed that. Wait, what did I just say?
Die or start T-posing during your playthrough.
It's a frame of that.
People who believe there's a story, which is the equivalent of finding a bunch of random notes and thinking to yourself, damn, that book was wild. Halo's plot is crazy. Have you not read all the secret terminals? On the bright side, Dark Souls lore channels now have a steady source of bread for the next 4 years. I assure you, you'll know every side character better than your own family. I don't remember which war Granddad was fighting, but I do know Patches. I know that
Patches.
Honestly, I don't judge. I still get to have my wife Ronnie. What I'm criticizing is the involvement of this fat fuck. Celebrated offer, helping to weave the narrative experience. Okay, let's see what this dude wrote. Sunset found her squatting in the grass, groaning. Every stool was looser than the one before and smelled fouler. By the time the moon came up,
What?
she was sitting around water. The more she drank, the more she shat, but the more she shat, the thirstier she grew, and her thirst sent her crawling to the stream to suck up more water.
Wait, I wonder if...
Hold on, I'm fact-checking this.
Yeah, A Song of Fire. Doesn't seem like something he just made up.
Shat. If I Google that. Quote by George R.R. Martin. Sunset found her squatting in the grass. That's real. Yep.
Or he still was looser than the one before.
Interesting. I don't remember that in Game of Thrones at all, but
I think it was the lead scene.
I don't remember Game of Thrones. So.
Yeah, okay. All right, that makes sense.
I remember Peter Dinklage, and
Gotcha.
that's all I want to remember, honestly.
I rest my case. J.R.R. Martin is the greatest author who has ever lived. He has also never finished his books. And so, fittingly, From Software has embodied the spirit of J.R.R. Martin by never finishing a single quest line. Elden Ring is an ambitious platformer. And if you disagree, you haven't played the game. Half this game is jumping with a head start, or falling into a hole, into a canyon, into the place you originally wanted to, but accidentally jumped before doing so, adding an extra foot to the height of your fall, which turned it into a lethal descent. There's nothing I love more than jumping awkwardly off rooftops. But how do we spice it up? Archers. You love archers.
Archers. You love archers.
You love them.
Tracking, and guess what? The sewer levels are back, and this time they're essential to
God.
the. Yeah, I'm thinking game of the year. Calling the mountain your game. Absolute genius. So anybody googling Elden Ring torrent gets a bunch of horse pictures instead. I can't wait until Elden Ring 2 features the popular and beloved character Codex de Nuvo pre-cracked no virus. But what are we here?
Hold on, wait, I gotta take another screenshot.
We're here for the difficulty because we're hardcore gamers. Take it from me. I've already beaten the final boss, John Elden Ring, so I can give a few pointers. Have you ever used a
John Elden Ring
or opened the world map? I'm sorry to say, but you're playing the game wrong. This game is meant to be played level 1 as a wretch, using a single club, no upgrades. If you disagree, I'll call you a casual. If you ever hear someone talking like this, take pity on them, because this behavior is characteristic of someone who stacks no paper and gets no bitches. This game is hard, not because it's not hard, but because video games fundamentally aren't hard. You know what's hard? The circumstances of life, getting a degree, having a stable family.
What? Why? Why?
Stable family. Wait, to explain the singular comment would be incredibly complicated. Essentially, I'm referring to stable as defined by Merriam-Webster, firmly established, not changing or fluctuating, permanent. In reference to a stable family, the expectation of which is subverted by showing a centaur female, which if you were in a monogamous long-term relationship with and had children with, could also be referred to as a stable family. I'm glad he went out of his way to like really.
I think what's worse is like I understood what he meant the second he showed it before the dialogue came up too. Oh my god.
With a baby arm, you're born and one arm develops normally into an adult arm, but the other is this stunted mini child arm, which stops growing at like 3 years of age. So you're this freakish monstrosity. You'll be known around town as Baby Arm Man, and the only job you'll ever have is baby arm stock photo, because it's harder for them to get a kid to pose for that. It's a lot more convenient to have a malformed monstrosity.
He is destroying
I genuinely believe that pattern recognition is.
What is with all these?
What happened? Why is it a mobile game now?
Main quest: infiltrate Raya Lucera. Locate and mark your map. Side quest: Mihanako Embers hunt deer. 0-50,000.
Legend. Zatan at the bottom.
Oh god. Hunt deer. 0 out of 50,000. Find out whether Dung Eater really eats poo or not. Challenge: slay thyself. 0 out of 10,000. Lose 50,000 runes at once. Give torrent diarrhea.
A form of cheating. Nice. Your Homo sapiens brain is literally destroying the difficulty of the experience by compensating the adaptation. I hope that people consider this an adventure and later learn to recognize that the truest From Software experience would be a lobotomite run, where prior to playing, we perform a frontal lobotomy and sever your prefrontal cortex. Sometimes the only option you have to preserve the purity of your experience is brain damage. Multiplayer enhances the experience. Sometimes you'll see white phantoms briefly appear. These are players from other worlds going through their own journey. Once, I saw a white phantom appear, teabagging a dead NPC. In this moment, I knew I was playing a masterpiece. Messages and appraisal are exactly how Reddit users believe karma works. You upvote, and you get actual physical nourishment from the karma. Oh look, a message on the floor. Maybe someone out there will tell me something useful. Then you open it and read it, only to see dog butthole.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I remember that. Yeah, that's right.
That's always the butthole is always classic.
Dog butthole was that was the meme.
Dark Souls 2 had tongue butthole.
Yeah, tongue butthole. Yeah,
Tongue
it always was on butthole at least.
Followed by fortnight. According to a true story, once upon a time, Miyazaki's car broke down in the middle of a road. This was during winter, so no help was to be found, when suddenly 3 strangers appeared out of nowhere, sucked him off, and left without even saying a word. And that's how Miyazaki got the inspiration for Soul's multiplayer game.
Huh. I never knew that. Never knew that.
What?
Did you know?
No, you know what? I'm glad I know it now, though. I'm glad I've learned this lore.
Right.
Play. Flawless, stunning, effervescent. Just like Bloodborne was a complex allegory for sexually transmitted HIV, Elden Ring is a rich synesthesia between seeing Swampland and remembering Blighttown, or hearing Leyendell long after you've left the capital, because my ears are still ringing from the sound of those fucking trumpets.
Oh yeah, those trumpets.
Oh yeah.
No giggles. I think every boss should have a...
Wait. Was that
Tekken mod?
Oh, I thought it was Soul Calibur.
Or maybe it's Soul Calibur. But the lobster is so good.
Real critique.
Yeah, I think this is Soul Calibur.
Oh my, I love that.
Every boss should have a State of America outside the boss room. Generally, this is true, but sometimes
That's cool armor.
gotta walk. And traditionally, I do not consider cardio as part of a boss fight.
I think that's the pot armor, isn't it? That you get from that guy?
Oh, I never got it. But
I forget what the pot guy's name was, but
this guy has like rams as like horns.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just because somebody chose to take a smaller shit in my rice doesn't change the fact that it's still there. Inside my bowl, steaming up my Tupperware. I would also have originally said that the death screen is quite long, but then I realized it's working as intended. You see, when you die in PvP, you have no option but to watch helplessly as someone tries point down and your dead body.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not
right.
wrong.
The complaints are pretty mild. If, like me, you didn't realize Vigor has a non-linear scaling, it would have helped immensely to know that going 10 to 20 makes no tangible difference, but 20 to 40 is all the difference between taking a blow and getting one-tapped by most of the game. I wish I knew that at the start. Luckily, this game is very generous with its ability to re-roll your...
Is this Skyrim or Oblivion? I think it's Oblivion.
I think it's Oblivion.
Yeah.
character.
What is that noise? Is that me or the game? Never mind.
So paranoid, you can back up your save at no risk. I've done this more than 100 times without issue and recommend you do the same, because despite what anybody says, there's a million ways to brick your save. I've done it, I can reproduce it, it's still there. Also, easy anti-cheat.
Oh, that's right. That was like a big issue when it first came out, right? For the PC version.
Yeah.
Was that like saves would just get like absolutely deleted pretty much?
Not a good time.
Yeah.
Anti-cheat is
Wait, what is that? Never
a
mind.
very good anti-cheat because it's very easy to turn off. My friend may have done exactly that and more. Tell me, Seth, was he punished? Is he banned? No, some of the later fights have interesting responses. Not like I care. I cheesed through that shit. This game makes you realize the greatest companion you'll ever have is yourself. So why not make a copy? Lore. Before continuing,
What did that say?
stop. You didn't realize Vigor has a non-linear scaling. It would have helped immensely to know that going 10 to 20 makes no tangible difference, but 20 to 40 is all the difference between taking a blow and getting one-tapped by most of the game. I wish I knew that at the start. Luckily, this game is very generous with its ability to re-roll your character. If you're still paranoid, you can back up your save at no risk. I've done this more than 100 times without issue and recommend you do the same, because despite what anybody says,
Oh my
there's
God.
a million ways to brick your save. I've done it, I can reproduce it, it's still there.
Rough. That's rough. Yeah, it's rough.
It's terrible.
I still want to play Elden Ring just purely because I own my Steam Deck, but at some point we'll do our co-op run.
Yeah, I have it. I bought it. Ready to go.
Is a very good anti-cheat because it's very easy to turn off. My friend may have done exactly that and more. Tell me, Seth, was he punished? Is he banned? No, some of the later fights have interesting responses. Not like I care. I cheesed through that shit. This game makes you realize the greatest companion you'll ever have is yourself. So why not make a copy?
Okay. This makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense.
Before continuing, we have to stop and talk about the best character in the game. Dung Eater. Loathsome Dung Eater. Ferocious feaster of feces.
Wait,
Oblivious.
the pee pee poo poo. Say his name. You'll be laughing because the pee pee poo poo man.
Doo-doo devourer, dung eater.
I pay to enter your septic tank for an hour. I pay to enter your septic tank for an hour at a time. Some might judge me for this, but it's what I enjoy. I'll pay you 150 an hour to bring my equipment in and gain access to your septic tank. I then have my associate close the tank after I set my tripod camera up. Believe it or not, it's a great place to reflect.
Okay.
Oh my, dude, that guy's gonna die of like just everything. Holy crap. That's like kind of metal though.
My God.
It's like, dude, how did Jimmy die? Yeah, so like he was in my septic tank and
he drowned.
I don't know why he chose that after Taco Bell night, but I can tell you didn't smell like roses, and
it was not nice. It wasn't pleasant.
He knows I have IBS. I don't know why he went down.
The tank was full. I have to empty it like every couple weeks.
Consumes excrement, feces, shit even, nihilistic, and with a wicked sense of humor. His greatest desire is to eat the poo-poo, and of course murder you and defile your dead body. I think there's a lot we can learn from Dung Eater, but as a society, we're not yet ready for that conversation.
Yeah, true.
There's many
True.
builds.
Yeah.
Strength is terrible until you realize you can power stance through the entire game and block everything else with barricade shield for 0 stamina. Going strength, unfortunately, puts you at the highest risk group for naming yourself the Black Swordsman and cosplaying as your favorite slice of life anime. If I see you doing this, I'll summon you intentionally so I can kick you for my world.
Okay, I have a lot of questions. Why is this dexterity? Hold on.
If I see you doing this, I'll summon you intentionally so I can kick you for my world.
Why?
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Why is this image dexterity? I don't know, but
I have questions.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy katanas? How about
Does that Naruto music? Hold on.
so I can kick you for my world. Dexterity. Do you enjoy katanas? How about double katanas? Each one.
I don't know.
longer than
Wait.
the last. Using realistic, historically accurate sword techniques.
Yeah,
from
it is, it is.
Era Japan. What about epic?
Oh, well, it was.
Compilation.
It was, yeah.
Say no more. Get a river of blood today. Intelligence. Some would say a great deal of their enjoyment comes from learning the new set of every
Yikes.
boss. Dance between sword, swipe, and parry. A lethal symphony. Silenced only by death. Others
Oh, he totally just cheesed
Wow.
that boss fight.
Yeah.
Wow.
would disagree. I'm confident that if you ask any player running sorcery what's their favorite boss, they'll recoil in surprise and say, I don't know any. I just sit at the back and spam Azure Comet. Faith. Incantations.
And it's, yeah, I was just like, wait, what? What is that?
Azure Comet. Faith.
Faith.
Incantations are very good. Abusing the animation of Catch Flame to cast them instantaneously is even better. And before you say it, I know. It's working exactly as intended. You know as intended? This. Also, this. And this. My greatest enjoyment of this game, beyond the exploration, the richness of the graphics, and the scale of the world they made, has
That's
been
hilarious.
abusing every mechanic.
What?
Like he had 4 guys just fall off the cliff because he was like pretending to be the like barnacle thing.
Huh.
Did you see that? Watch.
This game.
They all fall off.
Oh, okay.
The richness of the graphics and the scale. Of the
They all
world.
die.
Abusing
That's
every
awesome.
mechanic I possibly can before it gets patched out. And so, inevitably, I have taken to abusing other players. You might call them humans. I call them people who use Moonveil unironically. And thus, I feel no remorse for any of my actions.
I feel attacked.
Yeah, Moonveil was
Moonveil's
literally the
awesome.
best weapon in the game. Like,
In summary, Elden Ring attracts many different responses. Some fillet the long shaft of FromSoft endlessly. Others hate it because of their own incompetence. Lacking manifestations of a Dunning-Kruger effect, these people believe that failure is not their own and somehow inflicted upon them by the universe. You can't be bad at video games, as video games are merely a subject matter. No, that is a deficit in your cognitive ability, something that likely plagues you in every aspect of your life. In summary, if you're bad at video games, you're bad at life. You've got a smooth brain and a low IQ. Your fate is to be a grunt in the
This boss fight was such an issue for me.
oh my god, I hated that fight.
Yeah, he was he really was rough.
New World Order. And then there's others, like me, who are quietly waking up to the fact that maybe we should have never dropped those bombs to begin with. I guess.
What? What? What is that like? What does that do with anything we just did?
What I'm trying to say is Elden Scrolls 10 out of 10 garbage. I love it. As always, more content to come. So
Elden Scrolls.
If you're interested in some merchant multiplayer, password Fug Hunt.
Hey, what was that?
Say is Elden Scrolls 10 out of 10 garbage.
Elden Scrolls.
Always, more content to come, so stay tuned. If you're interested in some merchant multiplayer, password Fug Hunt goes in all fields. First 50 to invade get a 15% off their first month of FugHunters.com, the official sponsor of this video. And now, allow me to conclude this presentation with some calming visuals. Rest assured, most of the things seen here can no longer be afflicted on a human being.
Wow.
Warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos.
Jesus.
They're all really wonderful.
Wow.
Have a good one.
Get out of here with that.
It's just like a montage of him murdering people.
So fuck you and your lame ass point of view. That should have been my whole mission from the start. You put it together, I tear it all apart. What? Gotta get mine, stepping through this minefield. And what's not mine becomes my new mine. That's the way
The big hat.
I have to assume this is like copyright free. Only because he's playing it without like.
I don't know, because he has the Patreons, obviously.
Right, true. All right, well, he wasn't wrong about anything.
Yeah,
He was right. He was
It's a
right.
good game. And you know what? One day we'll get to Elden Ring. And one day there will be an expansion for this game too. Don't forget that. They announced that like a year ago.
Yeah,
And
but
it's coming.
it just George R. R. Martin.
Actually, it's actually at the time of this recording, like the Game Awards are next week. It's been a full year because it was announced at the Game Awards last year.
Will they just like stealth, or will they just like drop it at the Game Awards this year?
Actually, that's a big brain. Yeah.
Are you saying I have a big brain?
I am.
Thanks, man. I really need to hear that today. Yeah, thanks, man. All right, like, comment, subscribe, come over today. Join our Discord. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.